A fourth-year political science project has turned into an important digital document on homelessness and social housing access in Niagara. Brock grad Madeleine Jones-Aceituno joins us to talk about the Living Library. Madeleine, how did the partnership with the Niagara Falls Public Library come about?
So I signed up to do an internship course at Brock University for political science for fourth year students. And from there, I selected that I wanted to do my internship with Niagara Regional Housing. I thought it was a different direction than most of the other options in a unique way to use a political science degree. And so once I was paired with Niagara Regional Housing, they asked if I wanted to do my internship with the homelessness services section of the building. And so I began working with Jeff very closely on a project that him and his colleagues had been wanting to do for a long time. So they actually set up the idea of the Living Library, and the Niagara Falls Library wanted to do it with homelessness services for quite a while. And so I was put into contact with the ladies who helped out at the library, and we went from there.
You gathered, was it 6 or 7 participants and interviewed them? What was that process like?
The actual books that ended up being on the website now are, some of them are different, just because, life, COVID happened. Some people were no longer in the position to participate. But Jeff, due to confidentiality reasons, was the one who was scouting out books. And then we were able to meet with them all individually. I met with them, and then Jeff was there some of the times, and sometimes he was not, and there was other staff members on site. And we just talked about their life, the experiences that they had gone through. They did receive questions early on so that they were able to kind of make a decision if it's something that they were comfortable to talk about. And they shared their stories with me.
I want to talk about one of those stories because Bonnie, who is one of the featured people, I know Bonnie quite well. In fact, she mentions my sister, who is her best friend, and that's who she followed to St. Catharines. So I just wanted to throw that out there. What did you find out from these people, from the participants?
I mean, I think the most important takeaway that I had was that anybody can end up being homeless. One of the books, when we were talking, she was very adamant on that she had lived a life that she never expected that this would happen to her, and that she was working her whole life and had a house, and then things started to unravel for her. And so I think what was most important to me personally, made an impact on my personal life, and also for the project, is that anybody can end up in any position at any time. So it's really important to be grateful for what you do have. And then when you do see or hear about somebody who is not in the same position as you, who might be struggling, to not be so quick to judge them, because you never know what their life was like before, what they have going on, and what they're doing to better themselves or their situation.
Madeleine, the press release from Brock University stated that after this project, you decided on a different career trajectory. Can you fill us in?
Yeah, so I went to Teachers College. I'm in my final year. And I wouldn't say it's entirely different, because I had the opportunity to choose to join a cohort at the University of Ottawa, and my cohort is the Urban Communities cohort. And so all of our learning is focused on students who may be struggling at home or live in families that have recently immigrated to Canada, or have difficult life experiences in their past. And so we learn how to teach critically, and to be culturally responsive in our teaching, and to consider things that might be going on outside of the classroom. And so I find that the Human Library has helped me immensely, especially when making connections with students, because I'm very cautious about making any assumptions and judging any situation. So I do feel like my experience really transferred over and definitely inspired me to choose the cohort that I chose.